Well, good morning folks, and what to do today on day 15. So we are past the 2 week, technically the midpoint of the build. There is stuff everywhere. I finished at 10:30 last night, hanging bits anywhere and everywhere that I can. I've got my dad's painted parts absolutely everywhere in this garage, and I've got to get the Mini out. I've got to move 2 or 3 vehicles. So before we even start, let's show you how the start of the day goes. Not Hawkins got flat tire and needs some adjustment on back left, but old school Mini. So that's father ready for set it up. That's my father set up ready for paint. Right, so I was meant to sand and fill this last night. We're all set up outside apart from the saw. We're having some potatoes delivered as we speak, so there's no point in setting the saw up. So I might as well have a little play with this. Just going to get the sander out, just give it a very quick once over. Right, so you can see all the horrible dusty mess coming from the fiberglass, hence why I've got my mask on. So, might not look perfect, it's still got the odd little hole, but it wants body filler in. So I'm going to go and get a little bit of body filler, put a bit on there. Still the inside to do, but I want to see how this one turns out first, I think. That will be ready for a sanding. The other one is still drying and needs a little bit of a sanding. I've not done anything with that one yet. What I've actually been doing is tackling the other wall, because this wall is pretty much done. I'll be able to get my father to come in and do the painting that needs doing inside on this wall, and I can concentrate on the other wall. I need to build a charge station into this section, and I knew I had to take out the insulation. Sorry about the noisy aeroplanes. I had to take the insulation out of here because it was panting, and we seem to have a few more issues with that as well. It was actually just stuck in with the spray adhesive in 4 points of contact joints. No good. And this is actually already away from the side of the van, which is no good at all. You can probably just about see that that is not stuck, whereas this one is stuck. Unfortunately, I want this one out so that I can build my box here and really get it as far back against this with some sticker flex, and that will stop the panting of this panel. And I'll leave this one in, and I'm going to re-sticker flex it, brace it with a piece of wood so it's well secured in. Also, as you can see, I've got a couple of bits of conduit sticking out here. When I cut this down, happily, look at these holes. I'm going to need plenty of wires coming up here, and the same on the other side with the baton going up. That provides me with a cavity to actually put wires up and down through this, basically, cavity. So down here we're not going to have that cavity. The bench seating is going to be in that area. So we've got from the cavity to the bench seating where all the electrics are going to be, and all the electrics from up here then come through a cavity that'll be here, down into what will essentially be a charge box, and most of the wires will go down the side of that. Through the conduit, I've ran 2 in there so that I can put the solar wires through there as well, and then I can easily pass all my wires through with this all insulated up. That's the plan anyway. Well, it's obviously worked to some degree because it doesn't even need screwing in and it's holding itself in place. So the idea is that I can have plugs in here. Another reason for going a little bit wider at the top and the bottom is I don't want this to sort of hit your head when you sat here, but it needs to be wide enough for a 240 volt plug as well. One other thing is it's going to have a shelf in here, 1 or 2, I'm not quite sure. This probably will get adapted over time. I'm going to put plugs in the side, but leave the options open of putting 2 shelves, 1 shelf, laptop shelf, etc, etc. So I'm going to pack up for tonight. It's late, I'm hungry, and there is yet again every vehicle in every place it shouldn't be. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we get a bit, oh no, we won't get a lot done tomorrow because I'm at the meal. Day after that, hopefully we get a lot more done. But we'll see what happens tomorrow anyway. See you in a bit. Hello and good morning. As you can see, it is catching up with me. I'm trying to get this van done in a month, and I could not get out of bed this morning. I am absolutely knackered. I think a day off is in need, or a partial day off, because it's Grandad's birthday and I will be going for a meal. But lots of painted parts in here, all grey, 50 shades of. Right, it's alright, it's all one colour. But I think I might as well make the most of a couple of hours I've got before this meal and try and get the majority of this screwed in. Bit worried because I've got a little bit of sanding to do in here still, so ideally I wouldn't have this in here, but I think it'll work out well. So I'm get the camera set up and let's get some of this put in. Alright guys, so camera went off there while I was just screwing that up, unfortunately, but I'm getting bought tapped by the family for working on my van when we should be going out for a family meal. So I've quickly cleaned up while the camera got 2 seconds of charge, and I'm going to leave screwing this board up until later. Everything's getting left. That's me signing out until I'm back from some lunchtime family meal. So I won't be taking you on that because this is van build, so I'll see you later. Alright, well, you've got a rather lethargic top. I could easily just go to bed and have the rest of the day off after 3 courses at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But anyway, needs must, and can't complain about getting a well-fed belly. That doesn't come very often. So I need to clear this back of the van out a little bit so I can actually work again. Get this screwed up. I'm sure while I was out having dinner I came up with a good reason why not to screw all this stuff back together and put back in here, but we're here and I really can't think of doing anything other than this right now. I just want to go to bed. But to get this done in 30 days, then well, carry on. So let's do something. Together, isn't it? It is coming together. We've got a little bit done here. We've got all our framing in bar 1. I'm just going to put a couple of screws into this and then that will be done. I think I'm going to go make a cup of coffee, try and keep my energy going, and probably screw all this together. I'm not going to do a right lot more tonight, I don't think. I am struggling very much, so might be better just to have the rest of the day off. It's probably 5:30, 5:45 now, maybe. So might be best to just do some eBaying and recharge the batteries. So I'm going to put you down for now, make a coffee, and I might just do a little bit more. Good morning guys, and what to do today? Well, where are we up to? Because I don't have a clue. We've managed to get our bits and bobs in last night. I think the main thing is this, so that you can start painting this. I need to get my laptop, place it in place, and come up with some ideas for it. Alright guys, well I did not expect this to turn into anything quite like this. It's actually getting a little bit heavier than I would like as well. So we are done at that. We can chuck the phone on, chuck the laptop in. That would have been embarrassing if it didn't fit. Now this isn't screwed in at all, so take everything out before it falls off the wall. Put a back on it, put a face on there. That's that done. Alright guys, so that has become a little bit heavier than I want it to be. But if I give you a little idea of what's going on here. Have I got my laptop still? No. I'll go and get my laptop and I'll show you properly. How about that?
A few moments later.
Alright, so one laptop. Boom. Okay, phone. It works. It's a good idea. Cup on there, coffee. Talking of which, I've got a coffee outside. USBs at the top. 240 volt in here. Should fit just about. And then leave this clear of electrical at the bottom. That's the idea for that one, eh? Let me know if you like or if you don't like. Right, what's next? So, I've cut some holes for the conduit down here. I can pass all my wires because this will be like so there will be a cavity behind the wood there, and this will be coming out so that my dad can paint it, but I think we're getting there. I don't think this is too bad. This is all sticky back, so as soon as I give it a once over, it will actually be stuck on there for good. So before my camera fails, I'm going to love yous and leave yous for tonight. I think we've actually managed to get quite a lot done. If you look, this wall looks completely different to this morning. So, yeah, we're good. We are good. So, cheers again for tuning in, but the camera's flashing like crazy and I think it's about to die. So, catch you guys tomorrow after that's had a charge. Cheers.